What's going on, guys? This is Nathan the Scrub Academy, welcoming you to another deck profile here on the channel. Today we're here with DBYGO, Dustin Bourne, and he's got his Beetrooper deck for us today. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
Alright, played Beetroopers today, went 3-1. Pretty sure we could have done a little better than 6th place, but we didn't play a 5th round for some reason. So 3-1 after 4 rounds. I lost to Despia. Let's see, I played against... Let's see, who did I play against? I played against Tri-Brigade, I played against Dogmatica, shit all invoked. I lost to the Despia, shit all Dogmatica, whatever. And I forgot what else I played against. Sorry, can't remember. So here we go, let's go into it. Start off with 3 Beetrooper Scout Buggy. It's like a tour guide for the deck, but you can summon another copy of itself from hand deck or grave. A lot of people argue you can only play 2. You only need to play 2 of this. I think you should play 3. It's a really good normal summon. Also, you can chain block it with the other Beetrooper, so it gives you a lot of board presence. You can also special summon it off of other Beetrooper effects, which is really good. 3 Scale Bomber. It's like a Kagamucha Knight for the deck. So if you summon an insect, you can trigger this to special summon it, and then they can't. If it's one of the searching ones or special summoning ones, you can't get Ash Blossom. So his other effect doesn't really come up that much. You can tribute an insect monster to Ghost Ogre, basically, if your opponent activates a monster effect, but he never stays on the field, really, to do that. It can, but I have yet to see anybody do that. 1 copy of Sting Lancer. I actually was playing 2. I cut 1. It's a decent hand trap if you have it in hand. It works really good against certain matchups. It keeps some Tri-Brigades out of the graveyard, which is one of the games I won today. Was I was able to keep a Tri-Brigade out of his graveyard to prevent him from going into Omen. But also, if you special summon it, by any means, he searches for a Beetrooper spell and trap. So he's really good. 3 Battle Wasp, Sting the Poison. So I discovered a couple days ago that I've been playing this deck way wrong, and it showed today. I was able to set up really good boards. This is a Stratos for Battle Wasp when it's normal or special summoned. You contribute another insect to target an effect monster your opponent controls and negate the effects until the end of the turn, so it's an interruption. I'm dumb and don't read my cards, apparently. I didn't realize it did that. So anytime I was playing this deck before, I was just getting the search off of it. I'm like, okay, cool. I never really gave it any thought as an interruption. So now you set up a board where you basically get this back during your opponent's turn with the Link 3, and you get a search, and it's an interruption, so it's really good. 3 Battle Wasp, Pin the Bullseye. It's just an extender. If you control an insect, you special summon it, and then you can also inflict 200 damage for each Pin the Bullseye you control, so usually just a little extra 200 damage. It's nice. It doesn't really matter that much unless you're in time or if your opponent is dangerously low in life points. But he's a good extender. Also, Twin Bow. I bumped this up to 3 because if you're going first and setting up a board, you need more extenders, and all of the combo you end on just involves insects, so locking you into insects for the turn from the extra deck doesn't actually matter. So just during main phase, you can special summon it from your hand. It's really good. It can attack twice, but that's never going to come up. So then you play 1 Arbalest the Rapid Fire. He's a Debris Dragon for the deck. You summon it and target a level 3 or lower insect to graveyard, special summon it. And then if this card is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can special summon 1 Battle Wasp from your hand or deck. It's nice, but it doesn't really come up that much. So, but it's a good one of because you search for it with Sting the Poison, and then you get an extra normal summon off the Beetrooper Link 2. So he just extends your plays even further. And he's a level 4, so he's searchable with cards in the deck. 3 of this ridiculous card, Resonance Insect. Neither of its effects are once per turn. If it's sent from field to grave, you can add a level 5 or higher insect from deck to hand, and also if it's sent from if this card is banished, you can send an insect monster from your deck to the graveyard, except another copy of itself. But it searches for Kaijus, it searches for Doomdozer, it searches for the Sting Lancer, it searches for Contact C, and then also it sends your Goki Pull to further extend your plays when it's banished, or it also sends Sting the Poison if you didn't see one in your opening. So you can put this in your graveyard so that you can set up the combo at the end of the turn, or at the beginning of your opponent's turn, rather. 1 copy of Goki Pull. I was playing 2, bumped it down to 1. It's not a big deal. It's recyclable. A lot of these 1-ofs are recyclable by the Insector Link, so it's fine. If it's sent to grave, you can add a level 4 from deck to hand. If it was a normal monster, you can special summon it and destroy a monster on the field with higher attack or equal to. I was playing Gokibor, in order to pull that off because it's an extender and a pop, non-targeting. But I took it out because I wanted to try other things. I might put it back in, but it was okay today not playing it. I really enjoy it. But it searches for Resonance Insect, searches for the Arbalist, it searches for Retaliating Seed. When you're setting up a board in this deck, you're also searching for hand traps in the process while you're doing it. So this searches for Retaliating Seed. It's really awesome. One copy of Doom Dozer. So this is a searchable extender with Resonance Insect, which also banishes the Resonance Insect so that you can foolish your insects, which means you can foolish this to get a search, and you finish foolish the Sting the Poison to get an interruption and a search. But he also just wins games. He's a stick. He's 2800. I've won games with him just by beating with it. It's really good. As tech speed, same reason, but it's a searchable by Goki Pole, excuse me. It's a 1900 attack Doom Dozer. You just banish one insect, so it's an extender in case you don't need to do two. One Kumungus, the sticky kaiju. I was playing 2 kaijus. I bumped it down to 1. I do side more kaijus for certain matchups, but searching for a kaiju is really good. If they don't negate your Resonance Insect, like my opponent today had a Dragoon out, and he let my Resonance Insect resolve. I was like, okay, cool, thanks. I grabbed that and went over his Dragoon with it. 2 copies of Retaliating Seed. Some people don't like it. I didn't like it at first, but it's okay. I don't think I would play 3. I think it's just too cloggy at 3. It's a good normal summon and then link off to search with it, but also it's a good hand trap against a lot of things in the format, which basically, if they activate a spell that summons a monster, you can special summon this and it's a Macrocosmos. But then when this goes from field to grave, you can search your deck for an insect of Earth 1500 or less. So you can search for Contact Sea, you can search for Resonance Insect. One Contact Sea is searchable out to like Tri-Brigade. This single-handedly won me like Tri-Brigade today. It was crazy. So once he used the Karis or whatever to summon the Link 2, I can't think of the name of it, not Farragut, but the other one. But anyway, I dropped Contact Sea on him and he had to pass. And then also they can't activate Revolt while this is on the field because they can't use this as the material with the Tri-Beasts, with the Tri-Brigade links. 2 Ash Blossom, 2 Ghost Bell, just good hand traps right now. I was so glad I played this today. This won me so many games. Against the Tri-Brigade, I was able to stop Revolt, I was able to stop an Invocation. It's really good hand traps right now. That's it for the monsters. Spells, 3 Ready Fusion. So I only play 1 fusion to summon off of this, and you probably already know what it is if you are familiar with this deck. But since Inzektor Pika Felina recycles anything, basically theirs aren't dead, so you can shuffle in the fusion and use it again if you had to. But you want to see it. It's an extender, so play 3 of them. 2 talents. I'm thinking about cutting these back. I did win a game with it today, but I'd rather see more insects, honestly, so I might cut these, but they're not bad. It was just something I was trying out today. I haven't decided if I really like them or hate them. Like, I'm not on one end of the spectrum or the other right now. 1 copy of Beetrooper Formation. Some people don't play this at all. I like to play 1. It's still a good extender. Searchable by the Sting Lancer, and you get a Beetrooper back from your graveyard to extend your plays. That's all the spells I play. It's really short, and then I only play 5 traps as well. It's a really short spell and trap lineup. Play 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. It's a really good hand trap right now. It doesn't lose to Gamma, etc., etc. It shuts off Window if you need to. Imperial Order, because you don't play hardly any spells anyway. If you draw this going first and you set up your board, this is just the icing on the cake. You basically win that game, usually. If you don't, then something's wrong. And then 1 copy of the Beetrooper Counter Trap. It's a Solemn Strike if you control a Beetrooper monster, but if you control a 3000 attack monster, during your end phase, you can set it to your field, kind of like Salamangreat Rage or War, whatever one it is. But it doesn't banish itself, so you can just keep setting it, but that usually doesn't come up. You're going to win the game before you get that off a second or third time, rather, but it's searchable as well. So that's it for the main deck. I believe it was 42 cards. For the extra deck, 2 copies of Armor Horn. Was playing 3, dropped it down to 2. Haven't needed 3, so 2's good. Needed room for other things. Gives you an extra normal summon of an insect monster, and also you can't special summon except for insect monsters while he's up, so you have to be careful when you're playing. Certain cards in this deck lock you into insects, so you kind of have to be mindful of that so you don't accidentally cheat. I've gotten really good at paying attention to what effects lock me into what, so... But most of your, like I said, your first turn combo is like all insects anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Also, what's crazy about him is if he's in your graveyard, you can banish 3 insects to summon him back to the field. He's banished when he leaves the field, but the fact is you get a free Link 2 material on the field for free. It's really dumb. 2 Insector Pika Felina. This card's insane. When you Link Summon it, you discard a card to equip an insect from your deck to another insect you control. So you usually get Resonance Insect, and then when you link it off, you get a search with Resonance Insect. But also you can target 3 insects in your graveyard, shuffle them back to your deck, draw a card, so it just keeps your resources going. You just don't run out of resources. It's really good. And then because these are both Link 2s, you can make the Link 4 with it. 2 Seraphim Papillion. On summon, it gets counters equal to the number of materials that was used to summon it, insect materials, excuse me, and gains 200 attack for each counter, which is nice. But during your opponent's turn, just a quick effect in general, you can remove a counter to special summon a level 4 insect from your graveyard, level 4 or lower. Doesn't target, does not negate the effects of the monster brings out. None of the stuff in this deck negates the effects of the insects that they special summon. It's really dumb. So like anytime you special summon insects in this deck, you get their effects. It's so good. You can't use the get counters effect on summon and the graveyard recursion effect in the same turn, but that's okay. When you set up the board, you just bring it back during your opponent's draw phase, and then you have a negate and a search. It's a Stratos and a negate. It's really dumb. 2 copies of Invisible Atlas. I might cut this down to 1, but it's not bad. I never need to. I just have him. So he's undestroyable and untargetable while he has 3,000 or less attack. You can tribute a Beetrooper, or you can tribute an insect to special summon a Beetrooper from deck, so you can tribute itself or something else. And also, you can tribute an insect to have him gain 2,000 attack for the end of the turn, so you can close out games with a 5,000 attack Atlas. He's really good, though. He's just really strong. He also locks you into insects. You play 1 Almirage because sometimes you have to normal summon and link off to get a Resonance Insect or Retaliating Sea Search. You play Shinobi Insect because he takes any 2 monsters with different names. He doesn't have to take insects, but your other guys take insects, so you can't link him off. So you're gonna, to get out of this, you have to go into this first. So unfortunately, you have to play it. But its effects really don't matter. I'm not even going to tell you what they do. They never, I don't care what they do, actually. So, and then Axis Kotaker, this card wins so many games. Seraphim Papillion and another monster makes it. And it's really easy to summon this deck. I've won so many games with Axis Kotaker, it's ridiculous. But again, with him and Doomdozer usually is 8,100 damage. You usually win the game with those 2 cards alone. Cicada King is really good. If you can set this up first turn, it's a really good interruption. You negate a monster effect on their side of the field, switch him to defense, and then when he switched to battle positions, he special summons an insect from grave. Also, I don't think it targets. Nope, it doesn't target. Special summons from hand or grave, and yeah, it's really good. I was playing Geek Brilliant and Zeus today. I never summoned them. I don't know if I want to actually play these, but I might try it again. This is just another way to get your monsters bigger than their monsters, and then Zeus is Zeus to overlay on any of these. I might just cut the Brilliant, but I don't know. I may try it again, just because. And then the 1 copy of Quagga Hercules. This card's expensive now, thanks to this deck and Ready Fusion. It's the only insect fusion in the entire game, so you play it with Ready Fusion, and yeah. That's it for the extra deck. The side deck is just a couple extra Kaijus, 1 extra of him and 2 Godarla. And also, I guess I can show you these. I never sided them in. I actually hate this card. I don't know. I know it's good, but I'm dumb. But there was a lot of times where I sided in evenly matched instead of these because I'd rather banish their cards instead of destroy them. But it's there. Just kind of gives you some board wipe options, extra insects to search for. Certain matchups like Dragoon and Winda need to be punished, so you have to play them. 1 extra Contact C for the Tri-Brigade matchup. Prank Kids, it's just really good. Shuts them off really well. Droll and Lockbird for those annoying matchups like Drytron and their stuff. So 3 Lightning Storm and Harp's Feather Duster for board wipes. And 3 evenly matched because I hate Altergeist, and it's just a really good board wipe. I was playing stuff like Twin Twisters and Droplets, but I took them out because I realized this deck doesn't want to discard a lot of cards. It needs all of its resources if it can help it. So I went with that advice, and I actually liked how this deck performed today. There might be a couple changes I make. I'm not sure what they are yet, but it's really fun deck to play. This is probably one of the most fun decks I've ever played. It surprises me how good it is this early with this few support. So when we get new support in Burst of Destiny, it's only going to get better because the deck's already good enough as it is. it can only get better from here. So I'm excited to see what we get. But that's it for the deck profile. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to Nate, Subscribe Academy. I would not mind some love myself, but I'll let Nate say that if he wants to. But yeah, that's it for me.
Alright guys, thank you so much, Dustin, for giving us your Beetrooper deck profile. Like he said, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and make sure to hit that notification bell on the way out the door, because all your support is greatly appreciated. His link for his YouTube channel is going to be down below in the description, so make sure to give it some love as well. That's all we've got for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, this is Nate from the Subscribe Academy, signing off for now. Peace out.
Thanks, Nate.